Mr. Schaffler, please call the roll.
Senators Amabile, Baisley, Ball, Benavidez, Bridges, Bright, Carson, Catlin, Cutter, Danielson, Doherty,
Here.
Exum, Frizzell, Gonzalez,
Excused.
Hendrickson, Judah, Kip, Kirkmeyer,
Excused.
Colker, Lindstedt, Liston, Marchman, Mullica, Pelton B, Pelton R, Rich, Roberts, Rodriguez, Simpson, Snyder, Sullivan, Wallace, Weissman, Zamora Wilson. Mr. President.
Let's do this. The morning roll call is 33 present, 0 absent, 2 excused. We have a quorum. Senator Marchman, would you please lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. Everyone, please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Approval of the journal. Senator Baisley.
Good morning, Mr. President.
Morning.
Mr. President, I move that the Senate Journal of Tuesday, March 31st, 2026 be approved as corrected by the Secretary.
You've heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. That motion is adopted. Senate Services.
Correctly printed Senate Bill 151, 152, 153, and 154. Senate Joint Resolution 18, correctly re-engrossed. Senate Bill 40, correctly revised. House Bill 1002, 1023, 1024, and 1058. Correctly re-revised. House Bill 1050, 1089, 1095, 1127, 1134, 1198, 1257, and 1277.
Committee reports.
Mr. President, the Committee on Finance has had under consideration and had a hearing on the following appointments. It recommends that the appointments be placed in the consent calendar and confirmed. Member of the Colorado Limited Gaming Control Commission for a term expiring July 1st, 2029. Gregory Demo of Blackhawk, Colorado, to serve as a member of the 2nd Congressional District as a representative of law enforcement occasioned by the resignation of Alice Carey of Silverthorne, Colorado, appointed. Committee on Finance, after consideration on the merits, the committee recommends the following. Senate Bill 137 be amended as follows, and so amended be referred to the Committee on Appropriations with favorable recommendation. Senate Bill 141 be amended as follows, and so amended be referred to the Committee on Appropriations with favorable recommendation. Senate Bill 144 be amended as follows, and so amended be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation. House Bill 1311 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation. Committee on State Veterans and Military Affairs, after consideration on the merits, committee recommends the following. House Bill 1303 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation and with a recommendation that it be placed on the consent calendar. House Bill 1297 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation and with a recommendation that it be placed on the consent calendar. House Bill 1296 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation and with a recommendation that it be placed on the consent calendar. House Bill 1295 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with a favorable recommendation and with a recommendation that it be placed on the consent calendar. House Bill 1294 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation and with a recommendation that it be placed on the consent calendar. House Bill 1293 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation and with a recommendation that it be placed on the consent calendar. House Bill 1220 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation and with a recommendation that it be placed on the consent calendar. House Bill 1219 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation and with a recommendation that it be placed on the consent calendar. House Bill 1218 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation and with a recommendation to be placed in the consent calendar. House Bill 1217 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation and with a recommendation to be placed in the consent calendar. House Bill 1216 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation and with a recommendation to be placed in the consent calendar. House Bill 1215 be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation and with a recommendation to be placed in the consent calendar. Committee on Business, Labor, and Technology, after consideration on the merits, committee recommends the following. House Bill 1135 be amended as follows, and so amended be referred to the Committee of the Whole with favorable recommendation and with a recommendation to be placed in the consent calendar. House Bill 1258 be amended as follows, and so amended be referred to the Committee on Appropriations with favorable recommendation. House Bill 1181 be referred favorably to the Committee on Appropriations.
Majority Leader Rodriguez.
Thank you, Mr. President. Madam President, I move that the Senate proceed out of order for moments of personal privilege.
You have heard the motion. All in favor, please say aye. All opposed, no. The ayes have it, and we will proceed out of order for moments of personal privilege. Mr. President.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. It's good to see me up there. Again, may I please have a moment of personal privilege?
Granted.
Thank you very much. Members, today it is my honor to recognize one of the greatest leaders the world has ever known. And a group that's named after her, I'd like to recognize the Anna Jo Garcia Haynes Fellows and welcome Miss Anna Jo Garcia Haynes to the Senate floor. You can all stand, please. Whoever, please stand. As Anna Jo Garcia Haynes is a trailblazer whose life has shaped opportunities for children and families across Colorado. Her legacy is one of access, advocacy, and unwavering commitment to community. The fellows with us today carry that legacy forward. They are emerging leaders in early childhood and policy, grounded in the realities of the communities they serve, and are committed to making a difference. Their presence here is a reminder that the work we do in this chamber reaches far beyond these walls. To the fellows, we're glad you're here. And to Ms. Garcia Haynes, thank you for the path you have paved for me and so many. Colleagues, again, please join me in welcoming the Anna Jo Garcia Haynes Fellows and honoring Anna Jo Garcia Haynes.
Mr. President.
Thank you, Madam President. I also request one more moment of personal privilege.
Granted.
Thank you, Madam President. Joining them today, who also helps to lead this effort, is another amazing leader in our state, and I want to make sure we acknowledge not only is she doing great work, but it's also her birthday today. Dr. Rosemarie Allen, please stand and be recognized. Thank you so much for supporting this group and the work you do.
Please add Senator Kirkmeyer to the roll. Oh, sorry, Mr. Minority Leader.
Thank you, Madam President. I request a moment of personal privilege.
Granted.
Colleagues, today we are marking the start of Child Abuse Prevention Month. This year's theme, Pinwheels of Possibility, celebrates the limitless potential of children and families when communities across Colorado come together to support them. The blue pinwheel, the national symbol for child abuse prevention, represents more than positive childhood experiences. With families at the center, each turn of the pinwheel reflects the systems, programs, policies, and everyday acts of care that strengthen families and help them thrive. Families are doing everything they can, but too often without the support they deserve. Prevention is about reducing pressures before they turn into crisis. When families have access to affordable childcare, stable housing, health care, mental health supports, and trusted community connections, children are more likely to grow up safe and thriving.
Senator Amabile.
Thank you, Mr. President. I ask for a moment of personal privilege. Thank you. I'll just keep reading.
For now.
For now. Public systems often spend far more responding to crisis than preventing them. Investing in early family-centered supports strengthens communities, reduces long-term costs, and keeps families safely together whenever possible. Throughout April, organizations, businesses, policymakers, and community members are participating in events and activities to raise awareness and demonstrate their commitment to prevention. You each have a pinwheel on your desk, and attached is more information about how you can get involved. This month and every month, we can work together to ensure Colorado is the best state to raise a family and build a foundation for all families to thrive. And then I'll just say we have some guests on the floor, and if you guys would like to stand up, these are people who work to help prevent child abuse, and they are doing incredible stuff all over our state. So yes, please give them a round of applause.
Thank you, Mr. President.
You're welcome, and welcome to the Senate. Seeing no further moments of personal, Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. I ask for a moment of personal privilege. I haven't said that in so long.
Granted.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, I am excited to welcome students from the University of Denver and Regis University who are here today for Independent Higher Education of Colorado Day at the Capitol. IHEC compromises of 3 nonprofit institutions of higher education in Colorado: the University of Denver, Regis University, and Colorado College. These institutions create well-rounded students who have a wonderful impact on their communities. As most of you know, as most of you may not know, DU is in my district, and I'm always proud to recognize and celebrate their accomplishments. We've hosted their national championship sports team several times here at the Capitol, and their hockey team just advanced to the Frozen Four and will continue competing for the national championship next week. Whether it's their awesome sports teams or top-tier academic work, DU is always a strong representative of Senate District 32. Also want to welcome the students of the floor. Take a special moment to recognize the students of Regis who represent Senate District 34. The Senadora is not here. Since 1877, Regis has ensured that young adults have the skills to serve as agents of change in the community. They offer some of the best higher education programs in Colorado and supplement their educational opportunities with community service hours. This past year, they completed over 60,000 community service hours. The Regis University is also a federally recognized Hispanic serving institution and ensures that all of our communities are included in the pursuit of higher education. If the students would please stand up and be recognized. Thank you all for being here.
Further moments of personal privilege. Mr. Minority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. Request a moment of personal privilege.
Granted.
Mr. President, the Senate of the Colorado Legislature convened in the second regular session of the 75th General Assembly hereby extends heartiest congratulations and commendation to the greatest Senate President of all time, Senator James Coleman. State Senator Simpson is proud to extend the utmost gratitude to Senator Coleman for his relentless commitment to paying tribute to community. In his role as Senate President, Senator Coleman has honored literally countless constituents, Colorado citizens, and advocacy organizations on the Senate floor. President Coleman has displayed a remarkable level of tenacity, ensuring that not a single citizen of the great state of Colorado goes unrecognized or unappreciated by this chamber.
That's right.
We thank him for his outreach efforts and look forward to many, 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 many more tributes requested on his behalf, on request of Senator Robert Rodriguez, given this April Fool's Day 2026. Signed by none other than the second greatest president of all time, President Leroy Garcia.
Wait a second. How was that signed? Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. I ask for a moment of personal privilege.
Granted.
Happy April, fool.
Yes. In honor of that amazing tribute, Because he's not wearing a tie, Senator Jeff Bridges will be fined $100. That's a lot of money. Senator Hendrickson.
Thank you, Mr. President. I ask for a moment of personal privilege.
Granted.
I too have a tribute that I'd like to read, and I think we can all, as a body, get behind this as well. The Senate of the Colorado Legislature, convened in the second regular session of the 75th General Assembly, hereby extends heartiest congratulations and commendation to the House of Representatives. The Senate of the Colorado General Assembly recognizes the Colorado House of Representatives for the unique and eclectic body of government that they are. The Colorado House of Representatives are an integral part of our state's Republican form of government, routinely passing key pieces of legislation and concurring with Senate amendments to that legislation. As winter turns to spring, temperatures rise, and the legislative workload picks up, there's just something about the very first day of April that makes senators take pause and give a little extra thought to our colleagues in the other chamber. Today is your special day, and we recognize you with fondness. On request of Senator Nick Hendrickson, signed by Senator James Coleman.
Very good. Any other tributes, moments of personal privilege, April Fools? Senator Kirkmeyer.
Thank you, Mr. President. I ask for a moment of personal privilege.
Granted.
I, too, on this great day of April 1st, 2026, am here to the Senate of the Colorado Legislature, convened in the second regular session of the 75th General Assembly, hereby extends heartiest congratulations and commendation to James Coleman. I'm proud to extend my utmost gratitude to Senator James Coleman for his relentless commitment to paying tribute to the community. In fact, he just did it again today. I'm sure we'll have at least 3 or 4 more this week, because today's only Wednesday, so you've got time.
I've got time.
I'm sure.
It's coming.
Yeah, and I'm sure that by the time he gets done, he will ensure that not a single citizen of the great state of Colorado goes unrecognized or unappreciated by this chamber or by him personally.
That's right.
We thank him for his outreach efforts, more than you can know, and we look forward to many more tributes requested on his behalf. On request of Senator Robert Rodriguez, signed on April Fool's Day, 2026. Thank you.
Thank you again. Senator Robert Rodriguez, the majority leader, will be fined $5 for having duplicative tributes to the president on April Fool's Day regarding tributes. Senator Lister.
Thank you, Mr. President. Mr. President, I ask for a moment of personal privilege.
Granted. This feels great.
Thank you. Members, this is a tribute to our good president. Like to congratulate Senator Coleman for his undying support for Presidents Ronald Reagan, George H.W. Bush, Bush 43, and Donald J. Trump. The RNC would like to bestow the Order of the Elephant to Senator Coleman on this April 1st, 2026, signed by Michael Johnson, Speaker of the House.
Please pass that. Esther will have no part of this. Thank you very much, Senator. Senator Liston will be fined $10 for just because. Senator Kipp.
Mr. President, may I have a moment of personal privilege?
Granted.
You know, it is amazing how great minds think alike. I too wish to, with a tribute, honor the best president, the best president of the Senate, Senator James Coleman. And I'm just going to say ditto to your unwavering and relentless support for everybody in this state.
Who was that signed by? Or who was that on request of? Robert Rodriguez. Robert Rodriguez, the majority leader, will be fined $1 for every tribute. I would love to. Who would like to go next? Senator Zamora Wilson.
Thank you, Mr. President. May I ask for a moment of personal privilege?
Denied. Approved. Granted.
Thank you, Mr. President. I think you'll enjoy this one because it'll take the heat off of you for a little bit. But today, on this April Fool's Day, I just want to say it's also Bridges Day. So just a hearty congratulations to Senator Bridges on April Fool's Day. Thank you.
Hey, Senator Bridges.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm not asking for a moment of personal privilege because this concerns matters of the Senate, as evidenced by the It's My Day. So I feel both very seen by this and a little bit insulted, but mostly appreciate the honor of being named April Fool's Day Senator. So whoever did this, thank you. Also, let's. I think whoever decided this should be fined at least a little bit. Thank you.
Senator Pelton B.
Thank you, Mr. President. I ask for a moment of personal privilege.
You know, I'm nervous about this, but granted.
I too have a wonderful tribute to Mr. President, but it's only because you're kind of a big deal. And so just wanted to make sure that you know that you're kind of a big deal, and we just really enjoy having you here. And my tribute is also on request of Senator Robert Rodriguez and signed by the great second president, Leroy Garcia. So thank you very much, Mr. President.
You're very welcome. Where is Senator Garcia? I'm going to get him. Senator Pelton R.
Thank you, Mr. President. I ask for a moment of personal privilege.
Can I please see the tribute first before I...
See it?
Denied. Approved. Granted.
Thank you, Mr. President. This tribute is to our great and wonderful Senate President James Coleman. Myself, Senator Rob Pelton, is proud to extend their utmost gratitude to Senator James Coleman for his relentless commitment to paying tribute to community, even though he's not been to mine yet. In his role as Senate President, Senator Coleman has honored literally countless constituents, Colorado citizens, and advocacy organizations on the Senate floor. Senator Coleman has displayed a remarkable level of tenacity in ensuring that not a single citizen of the great state of Colorado goes unrecognized or unappreciated by this chamber. We thank him for his outreach efforts and look forward to many more tributes requested on his behalf. Again, signed by the other best president of the Senate, Leroy Garcia.
By show of hands, raise your hand if I have not visited you in your district and provided you a tribute.
What? Provided a tribute?
I'm just asking.
What do you mean provided?
Raise your hand if I have not been invited to your district by you to provide you a tribute. Yeah, most hands are up. You just got here, Senator Benavidez. Senator Marchman, we did yours in Estes Park. Anybody else? Senator Colker, thanks for finally inviting me to your district.
You knocked doors for me.
That's different. That's different. And I did go to your district. Senator Colker.
Thank you, Mr. President. I request a moment of personal privilege.
Can I please see the tribute one more time before I decide? Granted.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I'm just going to take a moment from, the movie Rudy. Instead of reading the full tribute, where, in the movie they all gave up their jersey so Rudy could play, I'm giving up my tribute, and I'm going to leave it right here. State Senator Colker is proud to extend the utmost gratitude to Senator James Coleman. And anyone else who would like to leave their tribute here on the podium, I suggest you follow my lead. And we do our Rudy for President Coleman. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Further moments of personal privilege. Denied. Thank you all. Appreciate it. Let's give it up for y'all for April Fool's Day. I look forward to running the tribute every day for the rest of the session. And now, to actual business for those millions watching online. Third reading of the bills. Oh, Mr. Schaffler, please add Senator Gonzalez to the roll. You're welcome. Third reading of bills, consent calendar. Mr. Schaffler, please read the titles of all the bills on the consent calendar.
House Bill 1024 by Representative Kelty and Ryden and Senators Frizzell and Marshman concerning raising the age of a child who may be voluntarily relinquished from 72 hours to 30 days or old or younger. House Bill 1002 by Representative Brown and Gilchrist and Senators Ball and Pelton B. Concerning measures to increase patient access to behavioral health providers and in connection therewith, efforts to enhance provider participation in healthcare provider networks, reimbursement of pre-licensed providers who provide mental health services under the supervision of the licensed provider, and decreasing the clinical hours required to become a licensed clinical social worker. House Bill 1023 by Representative Luck and Woodrow and Senators Baisley and Rodriguez concerning clarification of a political party's liability for certain accessibility requirements related to ballot access for persons with disabilities.
Majority Leader Rodriguez.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move for passage of all the bills on third reading of bills, final passage consent calendar, which are House Bill 1024, House Bill 1002, and House Bill 1023.
Any discussion on any of the bills? Seeing none, the motion is the passage of all the bills on third reading of the bills consent calendar. Are there any no votes? Senator Zamora Wilson.
Thank you, Mr. President. I wish to be a no vote on HB 261002. Thank you.
Senator Zamora Wilson will be a no vote on 1002. Senator Baisley.
Thank you, Mr. President. I'd like to be recorded as a no vote on House Bill 26-1002.
Senator Baisley will be recorded as a no vote on 1002. Senator Carson.
Thank you, Mr. President. I wish to be recorded as a no vote on House Bill 261002.
Senator Carson will be recorded as a no vote on House Bill 261002. Further no votes. Senator Liston.
Thank you, Mr. President. I wish to be recorded as a no vote on House Bill 1002.
Senator Liston will be recorded as a no vote on House Bill 1002. Senator Pelton R.
Thank you, Mr. President. I wish to be a no vote on House Bill 1002.
Wow. On your family member. Senator Pelton R. will be recorded as a no vote on 1002. You will not be invited to Thanksgiving dinner. Further no votes. Seeing no further no votes with a vote of 35 ayes, 0 noes, 0 absent, 0 excused, House Bill 1024 is passed. Co-sponsors, Senators Judah, Gonzalez, Kipp, Henriksen, Cutter, Mullica, Exum. Please, Zamora Wilson, Carson. Please add Senator Pelton R. and the President. With a vote of 30 ayes, 5 noes, 0 absent, 0 excused, House Bill 1002 is passed. Co-sponsors, Senators Weissman, Judah, Gonzalez, Kipp, Cutter, Marchman, Sullivan, Henriksen, Exum, Roberts, Wallace, Benavidez. Please add the President. With a vote of 35 ayes, 0 noes, 0 absent, 0 excused, House Bill 1023 is passed. Co-sponsors, Senators Marchman, Zamora Wilson, Cutter, Judah, Kipp, Gonzalez, Mullica, Frizzell, Pelton R., Exum, Doherty, Benavidez, Carson. We're on co-sponsors. Wallace, you're good. Colker. It's a lot of no votes if that was the case. Please add the president. Mr. Majority Leader, grant leave to JBC. Let's do it. Let's do it. Third reading of the bills, final passage. Mr. Schaffler, please read the title of House Bill 1259.
House Bill 1259 by Representatives Sirota and Senators Marchman and Bridges, concerning changing requirements related to early childhood services and in connection therewith clarifying or extending specified existing licensing exemptions, updating early care and education provider reimbursement, modifying certain existing funding provisions for the universal preschool program, clarifying certain existing program eligibility and reporting requirements, and adjusting the membership or duties of specified early childhood advisory bodies.
Senator Marchman.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move House Bill 1259 on third reading and final passage and request permission to offer a third reading amendment.
Senator Marchman, please tell us why you need a third reading amendment.
Well, he is standing to my left directly. On seconds, we heard from the good senator from Platteville about concerns he had, and we heard them in committee too, around the 3-year-old provisions in this bill. And so we were able to make a substantive rather than a technical third reading amendment, and I'd ask for an aye vote.
The question before the body is Senator Marchman's request for permission to offer a third reading amendment. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. Oh, the ayes have it. Permission is granted. There's an amendment at the desk. Mr. Schaffler, please read L009.
Amendment
Senator
L009.
Bridges.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move L009.
To the amendment. Further discussion? Senator from Platteville.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, what a great example of the opportunity that we have as a body of 35 to weigh in on the policy that governs each and every one of our lives as well as our constituents' lives. There's a reason for the multiple steps in this process, and I'm glad to be able to catch this and make an adjustment at whatever stage that we're at in this bill. This offers the opportunity to have further discussions about 3-year-olds and how appropriate it is to have them in our elementary schools with 5th graders. So I appreciate the work that the bill sponsors have done on this, and this amendment changes my vote on this bill and brings me to full support. So thanks so much to the bill sponsors for weighing in so that we can have a great discussion on this.
Further discussion on L009. Senator Marchman.
Thank you, Mr. President. I will say, just urge an aye vote on the third reading amendment.
Seeing no further discussion, the motion is the adoption of L009 to House Bill 1259. Are there any no votes? With a no votes on the amendment, with a vote of 35 ayes, 0 noes, 0 absent, 0 excused, L009 to House Bill 1259 is adopted. Senator Marchman.
Thank you, Mr. President. I renew my motion for the adoption of House Bill 1295 on third reading and final passage, and I ask for an aye vote.
Further discussion?
It's amended.
Sorry, 59.
1259.
We got you. Further discussion? Seeing none, the motion is the passage of House Bill 1259 as amended. Are there any no votes? What? After all that? Senator Zamora Wilson, Baisley, Carson, with a vote of 32 ayes, 3 noes, 0 absent, 0 excused, House Bill 1259 is passed. Co-sponsors on 1259. Senators Cutter, Benavidez, Sullivan, Kipp, Henriksen, Ball, Wallace, Kirkmeyer, Amabile, Roberts, Gonzalez, Mullica, Judah, Bright, Snyder, Exum, Weissman, Lindstedt, Colker, Doherty. Please add the president. Mr. Schaffler, please read the title of House Bill 1058.
House Bill 1058 by Representatives Slaw and Lukens and Senators Ball and Wallace concerning protections for minors who are featured in digital content.
Senator Wallace.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move House Bill 1058 on third reading and final passage.
Further discussion. Seeing none, the motion is the passage of House Bill 1058. Are there any no votes? Senators Zamora Wilson, Baisley. With a vote of 33 ayes, 2 noes, 0 absent, 0 excused, House Bill 1058 is passed. Co-sponsors on 1058, Senadora Gonzalez, Judah, Cutter, Weissman, Benavidez, Kip, Henriksen, Exum, Snyder, please add the president. And please add Senator Colker as a co-sponsor. Now, Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. Pursuant to Senate Rule 21C, I move the Senate grant leave to the Joint Budget Committee to meet while the Senate is in session.
You've heard the motion. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, no. For some weird reason, the ayes still have it and the motion is adopted. Y'all ain't got to go home, but y'all can get up out of here if you need to. Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. Pursuant to Senate Rules 9A and 9C, I move that the time for debate on Senate Bill 134 be closed at 10 or 11 a.m. today.
Senatorial 5. Senatorial 5 has been requested and granted.
What?
Well, Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. I withdraw my motion.
After thorough debate to the side of the floor in Senatorial 5, we see true bipartisanship between the Majority Leader and the Minority Leader to not limit debate, as the House does every single day on every single bill. Now, that motion is withdrawn, just to be clear. General orders, second reading of bills. Senator Roberts.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that the Senate resolve itself into the Committee of the Whole for the consideration of general orders, second reading of bills.
You've heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. The ayes have it. The motion is adopted. The Senate resolve itself to Committee of the Whole for consideration of general orders, second reading of bills. And Senator Roberts will take the chair. Oh, what a day.
The committee will come to order, and the court rule is relaxed for everyone in the chamber. Mr. Schaffer, please read the title of House Bill 1120.
House Bill 1120 by Representatives Martinez and Velasco and Senators Simpson and Kipp, Concerning the implementation of the recommendations of the Mobile Home Taxation Task Force and in connection therewith modifying the process for the collection of delinquent property taxes to align with real property tax lien sale and public auction procedures, extending the redemption period for mobile homeowners and clarifying that a mobile homeowner under legal disability is entitled to an extended redemption period of up to 9 years.
Minority Leader Simpson.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move House Bill 261120 and the Finance Committee report.
To the committee report.
We made a couple amendments in the Finance Committee, one about printing notices, delinquent notices, and limiting to really just 2 languages. Everybody was in agreement with that. And then the second amendment had to do with first right of refusal, who had that opportunity to purchase under first right of refusal.
Any further discussion on the committee report? Seeing none, the motion before us is the adoption of the Finance Committee report. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. The ayes have it, and the committee report is adopted. To the bill, Minority Leader Simpson.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So this has been a policy under construction for 2 years on the heels of a U.S. Supreme Court ruling of Tyler v. Hennepin and how counties in particular deal with delinquent property taxes. Mobile homes were not addressed when the General Assembly took this up 2 years ago in '24, recognizing that they were just harder to deal with, created a task force with some expertise to come to some recommendations to get us to this spot again, all in an effort to be in compliance with U.S. Supreme Court ruling and Tyler v. Hennepin, and think the bill addresses that, minus one kind of conversation we had, and I think I'll let the good senator from Fort Collins take it from here and what we're getting ready to do.
Senator Kipp.
Yeah, thank you. So everybody, this has been a long journey. The Mobile Home Oversight Commission made recommendations. We are trying to implement those recommendations this year, everything that we can do within our budgetary constraints. That is anything that doesn't cost any money. But we also have one small amendment to make, and so we would offer this amendment.
There is an amendment at the desk. Will the clerk please read L16?
Amendment L16.
Senator Kipp.
Thank you. L016 basically just goes to a different legal definition of legal disability and strikes the word individual and substitutes an individual because, you know, grammar. So, yeah, we would ask for a yes vote on L016.
Minority Leader Simpson.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This was an attempt to align the language for mobile homes to match what's in real property and about a redemption period, so people with disabilities have 9 years to redeem delinquent notices. There was already language in statute about real property, and this is an attempt to make sure the mobile home language mirrors and reflects exactly what's in real property language. Ask for an aye vote.
And could we get a motion just to be sure? Senator Kipp.
Thank you. I move L016.
All right. Any further? Division? All right. A division has been requested.
Would you like to talk about it?
You didn't even go get it.
That request
mind.
for a division has been withdrawn from the bleachers. Any further discussion? Seeing none, the motion before us is the adoption of L16. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. L16 is adopted. To the bill. Seeing no further discussion, the motion before us is the adoption of House Bill 1120. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. The ayes have it. House Bill 1120 is adopted. Mr. Schaffler, please read the title of House Bill 1007.
House Bill 1007 by Representative Smith and Stewart R. and Senator Kipp concerning measures to improve a customer's ability to use distributed energy resources.
Senator Kipp.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. So I move HB 1007 and the committee report.
To the committee report.
Thank you. In the committee report, we adopted I think about a half a dozen amendments, but all of those amendments were really focused on getting all of the various utilities that would be involved in implementing parts of this bill to a good place. Also, I believe we had one for HOAs, so we did a number of things, and there was one small error in one of those amendments. So with that, we're going to offer.
There is an amendment at the desk. Will the clerk please read L17?
Amendment L17.
Senator Kipp.
Thank you. I move L017.
To the amendment.
Thank you. Basically, one of the utilities that was kind enough to point out that we forgot to put on the date that by which they had to get stuff done. They said, we'll get it done anyways, but just so you know, you forgot the date. And we said, oh, thanks for the reminder. We'll fix it. So we would ask for your aye vote on this amendment.
Any further discussion on the amendment? Seeing none, the motion before us is the adoption of L17. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. The ayes have it, and L17 is adopted. To the bill. Senator Kipp. Oh, you're right. No, we have not. Apologies. The motion before us is the adoption of the Transportation and Energy Committee report. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. The ayes have it, and the committee report is adopted. Now we're to the bill. Senator Kipp.
Thank you. You guys might have been receiving emails about this bill because it's actually been a pretty popular concept. This bill has two things that it does. One is to make sure that people in Colorado have the ability to use what we call plug-in solar. So you can plug in solar panels, kind of like an appliance, and just use them in your home. This is for people who might not have a home on which they can put rooftop solar. They might have an apartment. You might have a condo. You might want to put it on your balcony. You might want to lean it up against a mobile home, which you can't put rooftop solar on. Or maybe you don't want to make a huge investment into rooftop solar. So this is a great way to get started, and the bill also talks about something called meter collars. So for people who do have rooftop solar, it gives them a less expensive way to do some of the wiring that is involved in that. And I am honored to have my excellent colleague from Denver join me on this bill.
Senator Ball.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'd just like to thank my co-prime sponsor, the good senator from Fort Collins, for allowing me to join this bill when it was up in committee. I represent a very urban area, so I hear about balcony solar a lot. I have a lot of constituents who are very interested in installing some type of device, outside their apartment, on their porch, and this bill will make that happen. So I encourage and I vote.
Is there any further discussion on House Bill 1007? Seeing none, the motion before us is the adoption of House Bill 1007. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. The ayes have it, and House Bill 1007 is adopted. Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move to lay over Senate Bill 134 until Thursday, April the 2nd.
The motion is to lay over Senate Bill 134 until tomorrow, April 2nd. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. The ayes have it, and that bill will lay over. Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move to proceed out of order to take up Senate Bill 1253. House Bill 1253.
Motion is to proceed out of order to take up House Bill 1253. All those in favor say aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it, and we will proceed out of order. Mr. Schaffler, please read the title of House Bill 1253.
House Bill 1253 by Representative Slaw and Senator Kirkmeyer concerning the process for disconnection of property from a statutory municipality.
Senator Kirkmeyer.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move House Bill 26-1253.
To the bill.
Local government.
What's that? Thank you.
Senator Kirkmeyer.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Members, this was a bill that was brought to me from the city or the town of Meade with regard to a situation that had occurred in their town of Meade. I call it a good neighbor bill. This is not something that's taking away anyone's ability, agricultural property owners' ability to de-annex or disconnect their property from the town. That happened, but in the process of that, only the other governing body that was notified of the disconnection was the Board of County Commissioners and a special district. This bill adds in that should that property have been located within an urban renewal area, that they too would notify that urban renewal area so that there is an opportunity for communications and discussions and notice that goes on between the property owner who's wishing to or has disconnected and the urban renewal area so that they clear up any issues that may arise with regard to the urban renewal area and moving forward from that point. So again, it's just a communications, good neighbor kind of thing. Let's make sure everybody's working together. Not going to affect anybody who's already gone through the disconnection process. It would be into the future. So with that, I would ask for an aye vote.
Senator Snyder.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. As my co-prime said, brings up all the salient points. Having served on many years on a URA board, there is a possibility that this ag land, this de-annexing property, could have had some improvements accrue to it, whether it's roadways or drainage or what have you. And this bill forces them to notify the proper authorities, have a meeting. So if anything like that needs to be worked out before the property is fully de-annexed, they'd be allowed to negotiate a settlement agreement. So it's really pretty simple, but very important, and I also request an aye vote.
Is there any further discussion on House Bill 1253? Seeing none, the motion before us is the adoption of House Bill 1253. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. The ayes have it, and that bill is adopted. Mr. Schaffler. Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move the Senate proceed out of order to take up House Bill 1145.
The motion is to proceed out of order to take up House Bill 1145. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it, and we will proceed out of order. Senatorial 5. Mr. Schaffler, please read the title of House Bill 1145.
House Bill 1145 by Representative Velasco and Phillips and Senator Cutter concerning water quality in mobile home parks.
Senator Cutter.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move House Bill 261145 on second reading.
To the bill.
So we, a few years ago, we passed in 2023 House Bill 1257 to address issues that CDPHE and the AG's office identified through implementation on a law to protect mobile home water quality in mobile home parks. And this bill basically is just shoring that up, just further clarifying some things in statute to protect the residents. We hear from residents of mobile home parks that their drinking water meets the regulatory standards for health and safety, but the water tastes and smells bad. Like their dogs don't want to drink the water, or their washing machine and their clothes turn color because of some contaminants. It smells bad. Not anything anyone would consider to be healthy or safe. So this law and CDPHE has already been testing these parks per the other legislation that we passed, and it's been going well, and this just further clarifies things to protect residents. So I hope that you will support this today.
Senator Mullica.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you to my co-prime for allowing me to get on this bill with her and for the work that she's done on this.
This bill really is about just making sure that the program works to the best of its ability. I actually grew up in a mobile home park in my district, in the southern part of my district, and I have a significant number of mobile home parks in the southern part of that district. And they continue to have issues. There's one mobile home park that has actually tested positive for salmonella in the creek behind it from seepage that's coming out. And so, I don't think it's too much to ask to make sure that residents, no matter if you live in a mobile home park or wherever, that you have clean drinking water to drink that's safe and healthy for your family. What this bill does is it makes sure that we continue going down that path, that we continue to empower CDPHE to ensure that this happens. It's a good bill, and I would ask for a yes vote.
Further discussion, Senator Baisley.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So I was the no vote on committee on this, and primarily because while there's a good standard being created for the mobile home parks, it really doesn't make sense to me that we specify that standard for just one segment of housing, but rather for all water. So I'd rather see it simply be a standard, that we always have a standard, a minimal standard for our drinking water in its appearance along with its safety, and but not specify just for one type of housing. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Further discussion? Seeing none, Senator Liston.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Members, I too serve on the Local Government Committee, heard this bill, and I am in support of it, partially because the mobile home parks, for a lot of people, that is their I won't say their only means, but it's a very affordable means for their housing. It makes sense. Not everybody can afford a townhome or a condominium or a single-family home or whatever. And it's a different style of lifestyle, different way of living, but it's good. I too have many mobile home parks in my district, and I've been in them. Great people, hardworking people, and I don't think it's so much an intentional carve-out as it is that we all need to have clean water, and for those people that choose to have that way of living, they say it's unique. You technically don't own the ground, and you rent the pad usually. It's a little different, but like I say, they're good people, and I think the sponsors are trying to do the right thing by, making sure that people that do live in these mobile home parks, and really, a lot of the mobile home parks, they're getting nicer and nicer. So I think it's a worthwhile bill, and I would urge your support. Thank you.
Seeing no further discussion, the motion before us is the adoption of House Bill 1145. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it, and House Bill 1145 is adopted. Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move to lay over the remainder of the calendar until Thursday, April the 2nd.
The motion is to lay over the remainder of the calendar until Thursday, April 2nd. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, no. The ayes have it, and the remainder of the calendar will lay over. Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I move the committee rise and report.
Motion is for the committee to rise and report. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed, no. The ayes have it, and the committee will rise and report.
Senate will come to order. Senator Roberts.
Thank you, Mr. President. The committee has met and had a number of bills under consideration. Will the clerk please read the report?
April 1st, 2026, Mr. President, Committee of the Whole begs leave to report it has had in consideration the following attached bills being the second reading thereof and makes the following recommendations thereon. House Bill 1120 as amended, House Bill 1007 as amended, House Bill 1253, House Bill 1145, passed on second reading and ordered revised and placed on the calendar for third reading and final passage. Senate Bill 134, House Bill 1071, House Bill 1084, House Bill 1044, laid over until April 2nd, 2026 and retaining their place in the calendar.
Senator Roberts.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move the report.
The motion is the adoption of the Committee of the Whole report. Are there any no votes? With a vote of 35 ayes, 0 noes, 0 absent, 0 excused, Committee of the Whole report is adopted. House Bill 1120 is amended, 1007 is amended, 1253, 1145. Passed on second reading, order revised, placed on the counter for third reading and final passage. Senate Bill 134, House Bill 1071, 1084, and 1044 laid over until 4/2/2026 and retaining their place on the calendar. Senatorial 5. Introduction and consideration of resolutions. Mr. Schauffele, please read the title of HJR 261025.
House Joint Resolution 1025 by Representatives Duran and Johnson and Senators Wallace and Frizzell concerning Sexual Assault Awareness Month and in connection therewith recognizing April as Sexual Assault Awareness Month and designating April 29, 2026 as Colorado Denim Day.
Senator Wallace.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move House Joint Resolution 1025.
Proper motion. Further discussion. Senator Wallace.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, today we rise in support of this joint resolution recognizing April as Sexual Assault Awareness Month and designating April 29th, 2026 as Colorado Denim Day. Though we are 28 days in advance, I am grateful to everyone for wearing their denim today and joining us in this great cause. I also want to mention that we have advocates from the Colorado Coalition Against Sexual Assault here with us if you all want to rise to be recognized. Sexual Assault Awareness Month is rooted in decades of advocacy by survivors and communities determined to end sexual violence. Denim Day itself began as a response to this injustice. As we heard from my good colleague earlier this week, it is based in a 1998 ruling from the Italian Supreme Court that overturned a rape conviction based on a harmful and false notion that a victim's clothing implied consent. In protest, women in the Italian parliament wore jeans to stand in solidarity with the survivor. Decades later, we are proud to join these women by wearing jeans alongside our colleagues today. The first Denim Day sparked a global movement, one that continues today as a visible rejection of victim blaming and a call for accountability. Here in Colorado, organizations like CCASA have carried this movement forward for over 40 years. Through advocacy, education, and partnership with this body, they have helped strengthen protections for survivors and built pathways to healing. In my community, Moving to End Sexual Assault, or MESA, has taken up this work since 1972, operating a 24/7 rape crisis hotline and furthering nonviolence work at the grassroots level in Boulder County and across Colorado. When I was in high school, I volunteered as a peer educator with MESA, talking with other students about sexual assault and dating violence. And this work on the prevention side inspired me to continue working directly with survivors after graduation, when I spent nearly 6 years as a volunteer on MESA's Rape Crisis Hotline. As the first call when survivors were in crisis, I saw firsthand the impacts that sexual violence creates, whether hours, days, or years after an assault. I also witnessed the resilience encompassed in the human spirit. The stories and experiences of these survivors remain with me to this day, and they motivate me to fight for a community that is safer for each of us, one that truly ends the epidemic of gendered violence rather than just treating its impacts. Sexual violence remains widespread in our society. Nearly every minute, someone in the U.S. is sexually assaulted, and every 9 minutes, that someone is a child. Survivors face stigma, fear, and systemic barriers when facing justice. And today, many of the very support services they rely on are facing severe funding challenges, even as the need grows more complex. Recognizing this day and Denim Day is not just symbolic, It is a commitment to listen to survivors, to support critical services, to confront injustice, and to build safer communities. Today, we stand together in Denham to say that we believe survivors, we reject harmful myths, and we will continue to work to end sexual assaults and gendered violence. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. Senator Frizzell.
Thank you. And members, thank you so much for participating in Denham Day again this year. It's really an important topic that we don't deal with often enough because there is stigma attached. And we really, so I'm very grateful for your participation. We had to bring in another box simply because we were so generous in this chamber. So please try to fill this one up. They'll be here today. And again, thank you for your generosity.
Further discussion? Seeing no further discussion, the motion is the adoption of HJR 1025. Are there any no votes? With a vote of 35 ayes, 0 noes, 0 absent, and 0 excused, HJR 1025 is adopted. Co-sponsors, Senator Frizzell.
Thank you, Mr. President. I move that the current roll call be added to the list as co-sponsors.
Seeing no objection, the current roll call will be added as co-sponsors. Announcements. What? Senator Amabile, what might you announce today?
Thank you, Mr. President. We were so riveted by the discussion that we couldn't leave. So we are meeting across the street, and I might actually get a break from coming down here and saying this because it's very likely that we are going to close the budget today.
Yay! Close the budget. Senator Weissman.
Thank you, Mr. President. For the record, I do not have a tribute. I am, however, here to announce the work of Judiciary Committee at 1:30 in Old Supreme Court. The following is not an April Fool's Day joke. We're hearing just one bill today, 1101. See you there.
Very good. Senator Cutter.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Senate Transportation and Energy Committee will be meeting today at 1:30 in room 352. We'll be hearing House Bill 1079, House Bill 1081, House Bill 1237, House Bill 1208, and approving a member of the Front Range Passenger Rail District Board.
Very good. Senator Marchman.
Thank you, Mr. President. Tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. in room 352, the Joint Technology Committee will be meeting. We will be discussing a committee draft bill related to the OIT audit and then other committee business. See you there.
Very good. Senator Coker.
Thank you, Mr. President. Senate Education Committee will be meeting today at 1:30, hearing Senate Bill 103 for action only.
And Senator Coker.
Thank you, Mr. President. I request a moment of personal privilege.
Granted.
Thank you. I thought it best to wait after all the shenanigans this morning to announce this personal privilege. Colleagues, April is also National Donate Life Month, and Donor Alliance is raising awareness about the importance of registering as an organ, eye, and tissue donor. Since 2003, Donor Alliance and the nation have been observing April as National Donate Life Month. It is a month to honor the heroic donors and their families who said yes to organ, eye, and tissue donation. It is also a month to encourage our community about the importance of being a registered donor. One person's decision can save up to 8 lives through organ donation and save and heal up to 75 lives through tissue donation. More than 1,300 people are waiting for a life-saving organ transplant in our community, and thousands more in need of a life-saving and healing tissue transplant. Last year, 314 heroic donors across Colorado and Wyoming provided 1,036 life-saving organ transplants. And nearly 1,880 tissue donors provided more than 140,000 tissue grafts to those in need. This year, the Colorado State Capitol will raise a flag in observance on April 6th and light up in blue and green on April 9th. Donor Alliance will also be hosting a breakfast on April 21st in front of the old Supreme Court chambers. The wait list does not wait. The best thing you can do is register to be an organ, eye, and tissue donor. You can register anytime at donatelifecolorado.org or next time you renew your license. And I hope you can connect with Donor Alliance team later this month. Thank you.
Very good. Senator Mullica.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just a few quick announcements. First one is Senate Health and Human Services will be meeting 15 minutes upon adjournment in the old Supreme Court to hear House Bill 1238 and House Bill 1107. And then I just have one other announcement, and this is not April Fool's, but we invite you to join the American Heart Association and the governor in recognizing National Walking Day, a nationwide observance that encourages people to move more and prioritize their physical and mental well-being. Please, if you want to, come join the governor on a walk around the Capitol. You can meet him at 12:30 on the west steps if you would like to walk around the Capitol with the governor. I will, please join it if you want to.
Senator Mullica will be fined $1 for suggesting a walk around the Capitol with the governor.
See you there, Mr. President.
And another $1 for suggesting that I would be there. What's going on here? Further announcements. Mr. Majority Leader.
Thank you, Mr. President. Colleagues, we will be recessing, and we need to read some bills across the desk. There is no need to return. On that note, Mr. President, I move that the Senate recess until 12 p.m. today.
You've heard the motion. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. The motion is adopted, and the Senate will recess until 12 p.m. today.